This is Max Williams with United Real Estate, and today I'm in Glen, Virginia. Today we're going to take a look at a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhome. This townhome is located here in a cul-de-sac. We don't have any real traffic coming through here. There's a water feature there towards the middle of the frame, and we actually have a great price on this one. I looked at the other comparables here. This home should be selling for about $190,000 in average condition. We do have a little bit of TLC needed, but nothing major. The good thing is that pretty much all of the money spent on this house, you'd be able to see exactly where that money went. We do need carpet and paint throughout, and just a couple of other really small things here other than that. I haven't done videos here in a few days. We are in Virginia, and if you've been paying any attention whatsoever to the news, you know we've had a few issues here in the Commonwealth. I'm not going to say too much about those issues. However, one thing is definitely true. If you're an elected official and part of your apology slash explanation is your ability to do the moonwalk, you know something has gone horribly, horribly wrong. As you can see, we're now in our very open kitchen. This is a very common floor plan that we've seen several times before. The whole Virginia issue is definitely charged with a lot of emotion, and emotions are important in many aspects of life. Emotions are also very apparent in real estate. One of my main jobs as an agent is to temper and to control, to some extent, emotions. And that can be done simply by making sure that the party that I'm working with is informed. Let me give you an example. Someone could be interested in buying a house and has not spoken with an agent. They're on the internet and they see this home that's perfect for them. The price is great. They get pre-qualified, and then they call me and they say, Max, I'm interested in this home. I love it. I found it. I want to go see it. Let's see if we can make something happen. And I pull it up on my database, and I see that it says third-party approval required. And third-party approval required doesn't mean anything to the average person. However, to me, it tells me that it's a short sale. You've heard me speak about short sales in the past. Short sales can be tremendously slow. They can be frustrating. You don't know what you're going to get ultimately if you even are successful. The bank has the final say in the price, so whatever buyer and seller agree on is kind of irrelevant. But you don't know that because you didn't have that information that is important by obtaining by working with someone in the business. Another example could be the same thing when someone sees a house that they're interested in, and I go into my database and I see the word discoloration has been noted. And discoloration is basically agent code for mold. Mold can only truly be detected if you have a scientific test that comes back and says, yes, this is mold. But it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that if you're sneezing, you have a scratchy throat, and your nose is running, and when you wake up in the morning, there's a good chance that you probably have a cold. So some things, even though they're not disclosed, we typically know what they mean. The mold issue can present an issue when it comes to appraisal, when it comes to getting that loan, and then of course, depending on the buyer situation, can just mean that the home is no longer viable for them. So I use those examples of ways that we try to control emotion or set expectations in advance so that the party knows exactly what to expect. I've heard from buyers in the past that they say, Max, this process just moves so quickly. And I say, yeah, it does. From the time we go under contract to the time we close in this area is typically 5 weeks. Okay, so if you think you're going to spend 4 or 5 months on a home buying process, that's simply not true. 5 weeks, we got someone in there, and in 5 weeks, we're doing a video with you at the closing table, just like Miss Rose. So it's a very, very straightforward process. There's a lot of things that go on in a relatively short period of time. We quickly order the appraisal. We order the home inspection. The appraisal is ordered by the lender. A lot of things go on behind the scenes that the buyer never even knows about. Okay, let's see what our second floor has here to offer. Another thing is that the home buying process is emotional for the buyer. When they're going through, they're falling in love with the colors, they're falling in love with the things that they see. They can picture their significant other making the Thanksgiving meal at the kitchen table. They can picture a toddler perhaps running around. For goodness sakes, they can even picture their puppy having more puppies in the future in that home. So there's a lot of emotions tied up with it. I'm looking for things that are going to be red flags, things that are potentially going to cost my client money in the future. I'm looking at the paperwork. Is there something about this transaction that's not right? Is there something that should be written into the contract that we should be paying attention to? For example, this is very rare with a townhome. I looked at the roof when I came in, and the roof looks fine. So probably what happened is that our heating and air system had a backup in the condensation line, and that caused water to come in there and discolor that part of the ceiling. There are ways to remedy that. It is not the end of the world. And those things are remedied every day in every community in the United States. Water damage is very common. There's actually a whole industry geared towards water and fire damage. That's actually not that big of an area for them to take care of. A handyman could actually take care of that. A handy woman could do it with excellence. So not much in the terms of construction to get that right, but emotionally somebody may look at it and say, oh my gosh, this house has mold and we're going to die in here and this is the awful place, get me out of here. So controlling those emotions, tempering those emotions with fact is extremely important. This is interesting here. We've got skylights, but we have someone previously that actually put shades on the skylights. They probably were maybe not a morning person or slept during the day and didn't desire to have that sunlight beaming in on them at dark 30 in the morning. Nice walk-in closet. We've seen this floor plan before. Really good allocation of space. And we have an ensuite master bath here as well. Nice vanity, double bowl sink. I've done a couple townhomes in a row here. I'm not going to do any more here probably for a week or two. I just wanted to bring this one to you because it hit. This is a very, very popular area that is definitely desirable for a lot of people. As you guys know, one of my policies is to go ahead and replace deficient shower heads for my buyers when you use me as a buyer's agent. Now, definitely be doing that here on that one. That is definitely unacceptable by my standards. If you have questions about this or any other home in the market, please be sure to give me a call. If you have someone that you know is selling a home, please let me know as well, because we'd love to give them maximum market exposure through the use of video so thousands of people can see their home without bothering them or having to go through the unpleasant process of packing up and getting the home ready to show every time someone wants to see it. This is a much more effective way to kind of show someone what is out there in the marketplace. In many cases, people fall in love with the video, and the actual walkthrough is just to confirm their initial emotions. If you have any questions, Max Williams, 804-402-7788, can be reached on Facebook, on the Richmond Area Foreclosures on YouTube, under my name, Max Williams Realtor. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you'd be kind enough. Thanks so much for taking the tour. Have a great day.